Hey YouTube, so this is a Flowerstone Gavel dragon form, dragon cult build. So I'm rune level 200, it's a Arcane faith build. I've got 60 Arcane and 65 faith, and I'm in dragon form. So to explain how the build works, Flowerstone Gavel, which for me is I think one of my favourite DLC weapons, and I'd say still one of the most slapped on. I rarely see people using it, either coming across people within the game, or watching people on YouTube or on Twitch or TikTok. Very rarely see it, and I think it's a real shame because it's a great weapon. So it's hammer class, so as a melee weapon it's really good. The Ash of War Flower Dragon Bolt is great, so it does really good damage in its own right. It's got good range. What it also does is apply a debuff to your opponent, so it will reduce their lightning damage negation. And for PvP, if you do a normal L2, it reduces it by 12%, and a charged L2 will reduce it by 17%. So to take advantage of that debuff, I'm using Dragon Cult incantations. Now in Dragon form, you do get a boost to your Dragon Cult incantation damage, and if the wiki is correct, that's 20%. So to cast the incantations, because it's Faith Arcane, I'm using the Dragon Communion Seal to make the most of both stats. But you will sometimes see me in my right hand soft swapping to the Gravelstone Seal. So that'll give me an extra damage boost to lightning incantations, but I'm still casting with the Dragon Communion Seal. So Dragon form, obviously it looks great. There are some downsides to it, so it is a risk-reward thing. So you don't really have much in the way of poise, and you generally have much lower damage negation as well. So you can see there I'm struggling to get off an attack because I'm being hit out of it, which is where something like Fortisak's Lightning Spear comes in handy, because that does give you a little bit of hyper armor. Now I'm only using the Dragon Cult incantations here, but let's say you went full dragon. Something like a Dragon Claw, again, that would give you some hyper armor as well when you're casting, so that would be a good option. But I've got to say, I just love the weapon, and I just think it's a real shame that we don't see more people using it. I guess mainly because there probably aren't that many Arcane Faith builds out there, or Strength Arcane. One thing with the Ash of War, so you'll see there, it did miss by quite some distance, and again there, so it does seem to be a little bit temperamental. Now I haven't used this in PvE, so I don't know if it's just a PvP thing, but it is just something to be a little bit wary of. And again, that was a long way away, even when I'm locked on. Other times though, when it does land, the damage is really, really good. It can have a lot of range. It seems to hit short distance, so I'm just wondering if it's like a kind of mid-distance thing where sometimes it's a little bit off. There we go. Fortisak's Lightning Spear again. Hyper armor comes in pretty useful. Here we have Iron Mike Tyson. So again, you can see that L2 was off, but he is. I think he's light ramming here, so he's very nimble. So my spells aren't landing. So this is where it's time to break out the gavel, two-handed, and he doesn't have an answer to that, but GG, well played. So yeah, that's the build. I really like it. Like I say, check out the weapon, it's really, really good. Here's the stats and gear. Hope you liked the video. If you did, and you want to drop me a like or a follow, that'll be awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.